I think about the past of my life and all that I did on my own. All the years that I was struggling, staying out on the block was my own. Only I'm an outcast.
How's it going, everybody? Mark Matthews, out of Sacramento, California, currently residing between Sacramento and the Bay Area, fighting out of El Nino Training Center, 185.
Okay, man, you have a big fight coming up with James the Sandman Irvin in Stockton. The whole Stockton event is the Fight for Save Stockton. What's your take on the positive thing that they're doing?
Man, when I was a youngster, I was one of those kids out in the street, probably doing some things I shouldn't have been doing, creating some negative energy. So to be able to get to a point in my life where I can do something that I did as a youngster, which was fight, but use it in a positive way to help influence some kids and raise some funds to help programs get put together to help keep them off the street, man, I mean, it's flattering. Like, just to be chosen to be put in that position, man, it's a flattering thing. I'm honored to be in this seat right now.
Okay. Now, we're going to move on about this James the Sandman Irvin, man.
Yes, sir.
This is a big fight for you, man, main event. Can you speak on that and how you feel about, taking this fight?
Well, off top, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? This is my first main event. When I got the call for this opponent, I mean, it was probably the only name that could have motivated me to get pulled out of what I was wrapped up in my personal world at the moment. And, man, I mean, this is why I do what I do. James Irvin's probably the best big guy out of Sacramento. He's gotten the furthest. He's a 10-fight UFC veteran. Anybody who knows him knows about his highlight reel knockouts. So now this is it's a right step for me to go in there and test myself against somebody who is a bona fide threat, but who I feel has areas of weakness that I can take advantage of. And that's what I plan on doing in the fight.
All right, what do you think about his weight cut from 205 to 185?
Well, I know he's had drastic problems with that weight cut before. Let me tell you, James, if you show up half a pound over 186, bro, you're getting back in that sauna suit, you're getting back in that sauna, you're running around the block. We're doing this at 185, 186 is the allowance. I've seen him fight at 185 a few times in the UFC, and I mean, that's the worst James Irvin I've seen. I've fought in a few different weight classes myself, ranging from 170 to 205. And I feel the best at 185, so this is a good gauge for me to find out where I stand, where I belong, and where I'm headed in this world. And James Irvin is who I get to find that out against, man. I'm ready. I hope you are too, homie, for real.
Hey, man, this got to be really big knowing that you're going to be somewhat the hometown favorite, or would you think that the crowd would be split? You might be the hometown favorite for this one.
Well, you know what? I know a lot of people in Stockton, man. When I was in Stockton, I've trained in Stockton before. I trained with Nick and Nate when they used to be over there at Phil Torres' camp. I've trained over at SenCal. So, I got a lot of people in Stockton, and I'm sure the people from Stockton that I know are going to be making some noise for me. And Sacramento, I guess it could go either way. I know he's a guy who blazed the trail for MMA in Sacramento. So, I mean, if there's a lot of Sacramento supporters out there, he's going to get a big ovation. But I mean, I've been carrying the torch lately, doing what I do. I got to get a little extra boost on recognizability with Ink Master, and they also put a big push on the fact that I'm a fighter. So we've got probably the two most recognizable big guys, in our weight class fighting. So I mean, whether it's for me or him, it's going to be a loud building and a violent fight.
Okay. Hey, before we go, man, would you like to give any shout-outs to the people who support Mark Matthews?
Man, just the whole world right now. I'm in a tough place in my world, and there's been a lot of people coming up to bat for me, man, who have been making things a whole lot smoother and easier than I expected. And that's half the reason I get to take this fight and do what I do. I have people coming by my tattoo shop, dropping meals off on me to make sure I keep my weight on, make sure I'm recovering correctly. I've got sponsors like Fight Labs sending me a bunch of supplements to make sure that I'm physically right and ready for the fight. I've got a ton of sponsors out there: War Tape, Striker Battle Gear, Beatdown Fight Gear. A lot of people who have been with me since day one. Dave Hirschbein over at MMA Gold, man, has really been helping me out lately in my career. Good dude. Man, just all my friends, my training partners, man. I know I can be a difficult person sometimes, man. I love and thank every one of you for just dealing with me and helping get me to this point, man. I'm gonna make y'all proud, believe that.
Okay, and since we're standing here in front of the tattoo shop, which is...
Yes, sir, Forever Forward Social Club, my home base, man, out here in San Mateo.
San Mateo, what's the address out here?
1618 South El Camino Real. You can hit me on manifestmark.com or foreverforwardtattoos.com. They both get forwarded to the same page, which is for here at the shop. And you can give us a call, 650-212-2500. Book an appointment, man. Let's get you in my chair. I got heavy hands in the cage, but I got light hands and the tattoo machine is in it, man. I'll take care of you. I'll bless you.
All right, and one last thought before we go. What can the fans expect from Mark Matthews in Stockton, March 23rd?
Man, I'm coming home with a W or dying trying. Believe that.
All the years that I was struggling, day and night on the block was my home.